computer. Now, the last thing Udit has said that whenever the browser gets updated or the new version of this exe is available, we need to update it, right? So that the browser gets launched, right? So this is like kind of the manual process that needs to be handled, and everyone needs to take care of that. Okay, whenever there is an update, and it's like we may get to, and we don't get notification about the updates for your browser or for the browser driver. Okay, so now this is one kind of problem with a problem in our automation, right, for the Selenium. So to avoid this, like downloading the Chrome driver or any other driver, Gecko driver for our browser, we have one more solution. So what it will do, it will download the latest browser exe as per the as per the browser selected, or the WebDriver instance we as per the setup we have done, right? So there is one library called WebDriverManager that we need to import or configure in our Java project. Okay, so the library name is this WebDriver Manager. Okay, so here you will get a few websites like this one. Okay, if download jar. Okay, search for this WebDriver Manager, download jar. The first link, you will see that download WebDriver Manager jar files with all the dependencies, right? First, you need to download all this thing. The latest one is this one, download WebDriver Manager.jar 503. Okay, I have already downloaded. Let me just give you this link in the chat. Okay, so that you can download. Okay, I hope everyone received the chat. Okay, after that, once you download it, again, as we have done, as we have configured the Selenium server, as we have configured the Selenium server or Selenium WebDriver jar file in our project, same thing we need to do for the WebDriver Manager as well, right? So where was this? Yes, show this one. I have already accessed. This one. Where it is? Can anyone see jar files? Extract to jar files. Okay, here it is. Sorry, WebDriver Manager. Control C. No. Control C. And here I'll copy this. So just for the reference purpose, I am creating one more folder over here. You don't need if you want, you can create, otherwise it's fine, right? So remember, this is not just a single jar file. There are so many files. The dependency files are there as well, there which you need to add. Okay, so once this is done, just right click on this build path, configure build path, navigate to libraries tab, add jars, select the jars from this folder, like the libraries you have copied or copied in the at the project level, right? The reason we are doing this is that because if we if we use this, if we want to use this project in our system, in that case, it will find the libraries, it will find the proper libraries, right? Okay, so we don't have to reconfigure or we reconfigure the build path. So that is the reason we are doing like this. The same reason as of the path and the browser drivers. Okay, fine. Now about launching a browser using this one, right? So I'll create one more method. Like I don't want to erase this, erase that one. So let's keep that as it is. Uh, WebDriver launch browser using WebDriverManager. Okay, string. So this is just as I've said in the last session that we'll keep this in proper structured format, right? So that is the reason I have just created this method. Driver browser instance is equal to null. And why it is giving me an error? Can anyone see? Can anyone see? Why it is giving an error? It's about methods.
WebDriver should return something.
Yeah, so how can I resolve this?
By giving some return value.
What would be the return value? Return, but what?
Browser name.
Browser?
Browser
Okay.
name.
No. Okay, Udit says browser name. What about others?
Browser instance.
Not browser instance or browser name. You should be specific with one, right? It's not either or. Okay. So I'm asking everyone. Let's start alphabetically. Okay. And from reverse. So reverse में सबसे पहले Udit has already said. Udit, what's your, again I'm asking you, what's your call? What should I return?
Browser instance, I guess,
Browser
because
instance.
value
Okay.
should be passed somewhere else. Browser
Okay.
name.
Okay. Browser instance. And next is PQR. R. Ria. Yes.
I think it's browser name, but not sure.
Okay. Every time you're not sure. Okay. Priyanka. Hello. Okay, Priya.
She's not in call.
She's not in call.
No.
She left.
Mm,
Okay, fine. Okay, Archita. Yes. What about you?
browser instance.
Browser instance. Okay, so Udita said that browser instance. Archita said browser instance. Ria said browser name. Here we should return browser instance because the return type is WebDriver. Okay,
Yes.
WebDriver. So that has to be a driver should be returned. So browser instance over here. Okay. Now, let's do this thing. I'll just copy paste and let me okay, I'll delete this. Now, I've said that we don't need to. So when we use this WebDriver manager, we don't need to write down anything to set the path or to set the system property, right? So here this one is for the Firefox. So Firefox driver dot set. This line you have to write. That's it. For Firefox driver, you will use WebDriver Manager dot Firefox driver dot setup. For Edge, you will write WebDriverManager dot Edge driver dot setup. Driver manager dot Chrome driver dot dot setup. That's it. Nothing else you need to do. So right, I'm not make a static reference. Okay, static, right? So we'll launch the not sorry, we will launch the Edge browser. So reason is FF is not installed in my system. Okay, so yep, I'll launch this Java application. It should launch the Microsoft Edge is being controlled by automated test software. I haven't downloaded any of this Edge driver.exe. Did I download? No. I haven't. Have I done setup of that one? No. But still, I was able to. Launch a Edge browser. Okay, right. So what has done? So Priya, you there?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So let me repeat a few things, a few lines only. That so okay. Okay. Well, when did you left? Like, what was the last thing you have heard?
And Udit was saying about the return for that main method.
Okay, so you do know about this one, right? The problem which we have.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, so the next thing is that next thing we have done is that we have just we have already added the libraries, and the next thing we have just done is that we have added this line as per our convenience. Like say if you want to launch the Firefox browser, right? Or if we want to run our scripts on the Firefox, and we do not want to download the browser driver, or we do not want we don't want to download this browser drivers for any of the browser, then we can use WebDriverManager. So this is one of the utility. It is not provided by Selenium. Again, it is not provided by Selenium. It is developed by some name, some guy. I don't know the name of that guy, but yeah, it is kind of the utility which we are using this to for the problem we have. So how to use it? Just write down the WebDriverManager. You will see that that class is imported, right? That class is imported. This Bonnie Garcia, this is the person. Yeah, this is the person who has implemented this utility, WebDriverManager, and then write down the browser name, like as we do, like for Chrome. For Chrome, we write Chrome driver. For Firefox, we write Firefox driver, right? Write down that name and just call dot setup method. Okay, so what it will do first, it will check in the system if the required exe or browser driver exe is available in the system or not. If it is not, then it will download that exe and store it in the cache, right? So as you can see that this information, right, it was available. I think maybe I have downloaded previously, right? So this is the reason that it has picked up from the cache. Otherwise, if it was not available, then it will download that. Uh, okay. Let me delete this too. Okay, and again, let me run this. So first you will see that it will download that file. This one first, this is the information, and then it will download. You can see this downloading this image driver, and it will do the necessary things like necessary. It will follow the necessary steps, and then it will launch the browser, right? So if that exe is already available on the system somewhere in cache, then it will not re-download it. It will simply just pick that up. Okay, so we had deleted that, so it has downloaded, not then exported that, and then it has used for our script. Okay, fine. Fine, how we can launch a browser without downloading the not without downloading, with the use of WebDriverManager. Okay.
So, Nirvesh, what do you suggest? We should use this without set up any path. We should open a browser, or we should download driver and then.
No, so for your practice, I would say that you go for this system.set property thing, right? But when you are writing a practical example, or you are giving something like practical exam in that one, at that time you use this WebDriverManager. But do practice for both of them. I would suggest that you write even my suggestion is that do not use any of this one. Always use remote WebDriver, like device cloud. Always use device cloud. So in that case you don't need to have include any jar files in your system. You just do the setup, regular setup for the remote WebDriver, and use it. Even my suggestion is that, but yeah, we don't have that uh, we don't have that handy at this time, right? Because all the device clouds are the pair. For that we need to purchase a license, right? And we are not purchasing anything.
So, do you think every company use device this cloud license? Because
No, no, no,
whatever
no,
I
no,
got
no,
till
no,
now,
no,
they're using
no.
local drivers.
No, they are not using. The company and the companies in which this is implemented, like CI/CD integration is done, right? Or the companies who really focuses on the automation, actually automation, uh, provides or buys the license for all these things. These are the things that one automation tester has to tell them, or the QA lead have to tell them. Then only they will do. If you are not providing, or any automation tester is not telling anything that I have created this manuscript and this is the automation coverage, right? So and now we want to now we want to take it to the next level. So we'll do the automation on the device cloud, right? So that way you can tell them, right? So yeah, it's like you have to gradually tell them. If they are not, obviously no one will do no one will buy anything and such thing from the very beginning, right? At least you need to provide, you need to tell them that why we should have this. Okay. जब तक उसका कुछ क्या बोलते हैं रिटर्न ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं मिलता राइट, तब तक दे वोंट डू एनीथिंग, राइट? कोई भी अपने पैसा ऐसे ही इन्वेस्ट नहीं करेगा.
Right,
Okay.
right. Because some of the client project, even client not ready to pay for the license. They are using.
Yes,
They
so
are
for
paying
the
local.
even for the client we need to tell them, right? हमने इतना automation कर लिया है, अब ये जाके अब now we are ready to move it into the CI integration, CI/CD thing. तो CI/CD में भी अगर फिर ये सब configuration करना, उसका भी अलग से बहुत ही ज्यादा उसका एक अलग headache है, right? So to avoid that we can and that headache is more costly than buying a license and doing the setup. Okay, so you need to convince them anyhow. That's it. Okay, this is about launching a browser. using not yep downloading the
For practice purpose, we can use the browser stack, isn't it?
yeah, no, it yeah, browser stack is like for 30 minutes only.
No, 1 month. It's a 1 month,
Mm,
30 minutes,
so
but it's like very. You can control like whenever you
you
want, you just use it.
yeah, I'm not sure that
Yeah.
see if you participate in any of the webinar, they do give us the chance to, they do give us something free for free for
No,
1 month, right? You
no.
need to
First,
participate.
first time, first user get something 1 month free for some
uh,
minutes, like
if
180
like
minutes
uh,
something.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that is all, that is also very limited minute, right? That is also very limited one, right? Okay, so
But
yeah, but we can
practice.
try, see, I'll give you a tip on this one. Join any of the join any of the browser stack webinar, right? It's a free webinar only, and then you will get it free for 1 month. You can use that browser stack services free for 1 month. Like few so yeah, in that you won't be able to use all the browsers, so they will only allow you to use like Chrome or Edge, any of one, right? And
But
latest only.
can we, I mean, when we are talking about automation, so is it advisable to use a browser stack for that?
Yes, it is, it
Yes.
is,
Okay.
it is. See there is a see already is there. You can register that. Just go to browserstack.com and you can attend that one, and you will have something, right? So browser stack is for the automation only, right? And then they do have many things, many other things as well, right? With the integration. So we have the one more tool called Percy, right? So Percy is now integrated with browser stack. So this Percy is mainly for the UI testing, right? UI automation testing. This is separate tool, right? So yeah, we do have so much benefits with the browser stack. So I'm not marketing browser stack, but yeah, I will say that yeah, you can use this. Some there are other there are other device cloud providers that you can use it, right? Okay, browser stack was one of them. Okay, next thing about launching a browser is done. uh, Navigating to the URL, that is also done, right? Here we just write it down: browser instance dot get this one. Okay, fine. See, this is to open the URL. This is to open the URL. let me uh, let me do this thing. Public, public void browser commands. Okay, uh, driver. So driver dot get to open the URL. Next thing is that what what operations or what actions we do in any browser. Like this is the browserstack.com, right? Next thing is done google.com. What else we do? सी मैं तो बोल दूंगा कि क्या क्या कर सकते हैं.
Then
At,
your
bra-
question
at,
is
bra-
in
at
browser, what can we do?
हाँ, browser what we generally do. See, we can do minimize, maximize, right? For the
Minimize,
maximize,
maximize, we can refresh the
yes,
page.
right. For minimize and maximize, right? So for to maximize the browser window, what we can do? Just write down the See, using the so whenever you need to do something at browser level, you need to use browser instance, right? So browser instance dot manage dot, what was that? Yes, browser instance dot manage dot size, right? Dot
Maximize, I guess.
dot nope. driver dot yeah, manage dot window dot maximize,
Okay.
right? That was at the window level. So use this. So this will this will maximize the window, right? We had to have command to set the browser into specific window size, but sorry, I forgot it.
If we don't use
It's
this browser instance, we can directly use this BS as well, right? As we have defined.
if see, this is I'm doing in that method only. So जब method से return होगा तब already browser will be maximized. Okay, and though that BS was I was doing at in this main method, right? After calling that. So driver dot close. For the maximize, we already know. What else we do?
Refresh the page.
Refresh the page. To refresh that,
Re- uh,
navigate
yeah,
use driver dot navigate dot
refresh.
refresh. This will refresh the page, right? Or reload the page. This will reload the page. What else?
We can go forward, backward, but for that we need to click on something or open something. So
Yes, right. So let's say that we have opened that, right? Please, everyone, participate in this. Huh? Facebook.com. Okay, so driver.get, not driver.get, we have already done. Now what we'll do, navigate and back.
back.
All the navigation command for that use navigate. And then again forward this one, we'll do this. Okay, fine. What else? What else we can do? I'm not talking about at page level, I'm talking about browser level.
We can get the title of the URL.
Yes. To get the page title,
Driver
driver dot get
URL.
get
Get
no
title.
get title.
Right. Current URL we can also use.
Current URL is just to check which URL is open, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see any use of that one, right?
Yeah, get title is the good one. We can
Page
print that.
title, yes, page title we can use for in our assertion as well, that I have opened this link, and so the page title should be like this, right? Because in the manual as well we do verify page title, correct?
Correct.
So for the
Driver
assertion we can use
title.
this get title. Okay, what else? What else? Okay, चलो apart from उदित ही बोल रहा है. अर्चिता, प्रिया, रिया, वो लोग है भी कि नहीं है?
Yeah.
We
हाँ
can
हाँ हाँ.
close the browser.
Yes, we can close the browser. Yes, to close the
Already
browser.
done. Wait.
Okay, okay. About the close thing, close is the last action. उसके बाद we cannot do anything, right? So we'll about the close we'll discuss at the last. Okay. What else we do?
We can get the page source.
Udit, now you don't have you are not allowed to speak anything for this about browser. Sorry.
Okay.
In the browsers, we can open the multiple tabs, right? So can we
Yeah.
duplicate the tab?
Duplicate is not allowed, but yeah, we can open the new tab.
Okay.
We can open the new tab. We can open the new window as well. That is very much interesting. Okay. Now, since we are using Selenium 4, now we can open the new tab using the browser instance only. Okay, so to open the new tab, I forgot to open the new tab. Okay, let me just write it down. No, what I'll do, I'll create one more method. Public void open new tab. Driver. So driver dot manage dot window dot what was that one? Driver dot manage dot sorry. Mm, was it was inside the window only, right? I remember window dot set size notify set position set size not new what it was. There was there's just a single line that we need to use. It is in this only in driver dot not get window handle get win yep navigate dot navigate dot not notify all not refresh not to not wait. Yep, it has to be like this window dot new window. Just a second. कोई गूगल कर सकता है? Open new tab. Okay, let me do it. I forgot.
Window dot tab
Yes, window open new tab.
ब्रैकेट में tabs dot get one करके कुछ
No, it's not like that. It's not like it's not like that. That was the old one. That was the old one. For the latest one, yep, I remember. Yep, manage dot window is there. Huh? Manage dot window window dot maximize dot switch to. Okay, switch to. Yep. So sorry, driver dot switch to new window, and here you need to write it down window type dot tab. Okay, so it will open a new tab, but okay, here is the thing that, and then I am opening what else we should open. Let's say youtube.com. Okay. Mm. Mm. Driver dot get title. Now this will open the open oops see open new tab bs. Okay, I will not close. Udit, now you can speak, huh? If you want. See, here it has opened the new tab and it has opened the youtube.com. Okay, fine. Now, what if I want to go back to the previous tab?
Switch tab.
How? How? Switch तो ठीक है, चलो switch तो करना है. We have to switch. Switch back है ऐसा कुछ.
Driver dot switch something kind of.
It's back.
Driver dot switch to dot back. Nothing. એવું કઈ નથી. Switch to active element, alert, default content, frame. Now think of this. If I manually, if I want to switch on this one, what will I do? I will simply click on this, right? I will simply click on this. Okay. What else? मुझे यहाँ पे जाना है तो यहाँ पर क्लिक करो फिर हो जाए. यहाँ पर करो, यहाँ पर हो जाएगा.
Switch to your
हाँ,
home.
switch to is there, right? Switch to window, but it ask for something, name or handle. What is this? We can use driver dot switch to window, or in that we need to pass name or handle. What is this name or handle? How we can get it?
By specifying it, like we want to go to first step.
Yes, we want to go to first step. So what will I write? First step?
No, but first we need to define.
Yeah.
Obviously not in text.
Then what? Then what?
Then first we have to define that the first tab
See,
and the second
obviously
tab.
even I can't write like I cannot give the index as well, right? One, because since it is accepting string, it is expecting string, right? So in automation, each tab has a name. Each tab has a name that is referred as the window handle. That is called as handle. Okay, window handle. So is window handle would be, you need to fetch the window handle for each tab or each window you have opened. Okay, fine. So let's say that okay, I have opened this in a different thing. Okay, and okay, so public static void, not void. What I'll do, I'll string. And so whenever you open the tab, whenever you open a tab or a new window, make sure you return the window handle. So what window handle would be? The name of that tab. Okay, window handle or no, let's say name of the new tab. Okay, in layman language, how we can do that? Driver वो तो आया था ना, manage dot window dot कहाँ पे आया था ऑप्शन? Driver dot window handle, get window handle, driver dot get window handle. Okay, and you return that, or yes, you return that, return name of the tab. See, whenever a new tab is opened, by default the focus will be shifted to that new tab. Okay, you don't have to explicitly shift the focus to that one. But if you want to change the browser instance focus, then you need to use the tab handle, sorry, window handle. Then you will require the window handle. So again, so we open the browser. So when the browser is open, by default one tab will be open, correct? So whenever you open a browser, and if you feel that you need to work with the multiple tabs, so first thing you do is that you store that tab name. Sorry, bs dot get window handle. Okay, you store that in this one. Now we have opened a new tab, so it whatever the operations will be done on the youtube.com. Okay, fine.
So, for what we are doing is like we are creating a variable, string variable, and we are storing the name of that
Tab,
tab through get
yes.
window handle. So that will bring name,
Sorry, that will,
bring the name of a tab, like, or are we defining it?
yes. No. That will get the name of a tab. So it will be something like random. It will be something random string,
Okay.
right? We don't know that what would be the name of that uh, browser. Okay, so let me print it over here. See, so tab name is equal to name of the new tab. Okay, fine. See, so first tab name will be first tab handle. Now we have opened a new tab, and then we will switch to the, sorry, then we will again switch to the this one. Sorry. Let me do this thing. Mm, open new tab, then bs dot switch to window, and here we'll provide the first tab handle, and then we'll perform some operation like get, no, navigate dot forward, page title ps dot get title. Okay, so what we are doing in browsers, in browser commands, first we are opening google.com, then we are refreshing. Okay, let's skip this refresh part. Then we are opening facebook.com and performing back operation. So it page title should be Google, right? Then we are opening a, new tab. Then we are opening a new tab. In that one, we are opening youtube.com. We are getting the title, and we are returning the new tab name. Then again we are switching to the first tab, and we are performing forward operation. So it will be like, it will be facebook.com. So last one should be, page title should be Facebook, right? Hello.
Yeah, it went very fast. I
I'm
didn't
going very
understand.
fast. Okay.
The last code, I want to understand what we have written.
Okay. Let me just stop it. Okay. So the thing is that there is one scenario that I have automated. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. So first we are launching a browser. Okay,
Yes.
get this part. Then what I have done, I have stored the name of open tab in this variable, first tab handle. Okay, then I am calling this method browser commands. In that method, I am opening google.com, then
Yeah.
facebook.com,
So
then
with the same tab, right?
yeah, in the same tab,
Okay.
in the same tab I am opening this. Then I am performing back operation.
Okay,
Then
so
I am
you will
performing
be
back
back to Google
google.com,
tab. Yeah. Okay.
google.com, right? So till now there is only one tab.
Only one tab. Yes,
There's
got it.
okay. So it will be like I'll get the, and I have printed the title, so it will be Google. Okay,
Okay.
since we have performed back operation. Then after, open a new tab. Then after I have opened a new tab using this line, driver dot switch to new window, in the bracket window type dot tab. Okay, and then in the new tab I have opened youtube.com. I printed the page title, and then I have fetched the new tab name, and that I have returned it, right? I have never used this open new tab जो भी वापस से आया था उसका, ठीक है? And
Okay.
see, let me store it. Second tab handle, just for storing it purpose. Okay, I've stored it, and then after in this main method, I am switching to first window using this first tab handle and performing forward operation. So it will be like facebook.com, and I'm just printing the title. Okay, got the scenario, everyone?
Yes. Yes.
Everyone, Udit, Riya, Priyanka,
Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
right? Okay, so I'm just running. Google.com, then facebook.com,
Go back Google,
open a
then
new tab,
YouTube.
YouTube, forward, Facebook. Okay, we are not closing anyone. See here,
Google, YouTube.
Google, YouTube, and Facebook. This is what we were expecting, correct? So the first tab name is something like this. Second tab name is something like this. You did see that that WebDriver was switching the tabs, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so to switch the tab, you can use switch to dot window, and in that you need to provide the tab handle or the window or the tab name, right? That tab name you can get using this method or this method of
Get window handle.
WebDriver web WebDriver instance dot get window handle. Okay, fine.
Yes.
To get the tab name, all right, use following this to get. Okay, here it returns if you want the name of all the tabs, right? Then also there's a method that you can use, bs dot get window handles, that this you can use that, but it is in this window handles is equal to this. Okay, but generally try to avoid this, try to avoid using this. Always whenever you have to deal with multiple ones, always store the tab name when it is when you open it. Okay, so that when you have to switch back to the previous tab or some other tab, then it will be easier for you. All
So
right,
when you write set string, what does that mean?
it is one type of collections. If you remember, I have skipped that part, right? So
Okay.
it is written in the tab name in this format, right? set of string Set of strings, right? So yeah, I'll cover the collections later on. Okay, fine.
So,
Okay.
Nirvesh, just one question. In real time,
Yes,
how many times this window handle scenario comes up?
see, I have used many times. I have used many times, huh?
And it differs project to project, I think. Some
Yeah,
project window handle might not come.
it varies from project to project. It varies from project to project. Okay, so
So can we use array as well for this to
uh
store, like, to go with 1, 2, and 3 part?
what one two three part,
Like you have used set string. So
right?
if we store,
See, from set you need to create the, you need to convert this into array list. That will be like array list of string, right? So it will be like wh that you need to, is equal to new array list, uh, release, and you need to do the loop string wh for window handles, and then you need to add it, if I remember. Why it is shown handle, and then wh dot add handle, and then after you can use it. So instead of this, what I will do, wh dot get 0, and to get this one, to switch to sorry, switch to dot window, or sorry, uh, I can see I'm directly calling this over here, but yeah, you can do in this manner. Not new window, sorry, window. Yeah, string second tab is equal to wh dot get 1, right? Because in this one we have stored everything. So second tab, and what else, dot get what website, अभी कौन सी बाकी रही है, https twitter.com. Okay, so you can do in this manner as well. If you want to do, you can do this in this manner. So this set and array list both are collections, Java collections. For this, yeah, we haven't covered anything, right? So you will get to know when we cover it, how to handle it. Okay, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
YouTube.com, Google.com, Facebook.com.
Ye-
Then again, it will switch back to. It should switch back to you. This one, I think it has. Yep, I remember. Yeah, I got to know. Index size is 1. Yep. So wh dot size -1. Okay, sorry. Sorry. I should have told you the error exception. Sorry, I quickly resolved it, but yeah, I should have told you the error what we get. Now it will. So index out of bound exception, index 1 size 1. So here the array list size is 1. Okay, it should be 1 or 2.
2.
Why it would be 2?
1 or 2 means? Sorry, I didn't get your
Okay,
question.
okay, what will be the size of this array list? Look at the program where I have fetched this everything. At this line, what would be the size of this, or on this one? How many window handles will be written at this stage? Everyone has to answer. Huh?
Handle,
How many?
only one.
Okay, Priya says 1. What about others? Archita, Uday, Riya. At this stage, how many handles will I get? Sorry, how many window handles will I get when I call this method and I call this method, and then after on this one, I have added the same in the WH array list as well. So what would be the size, or how many I will get at this stage?
One maybe, not sure.
One maybe. Okay. Udit says one as well. Archita and Ria. Chalo, you have 30 seconds. हाँ यार, थोड़ा टाइम देना पड़ता है, अदरवाइज तो फिर पूरा 11 बजे तक खींच जाता है। अर्चिता एंड रिया, हो तो सही ना,
Yeah.
हो तो सही ना।
Yeah.
हमारा थिंकिंग ज्यादा टाइम ले रहा है।
कौन से सेंटर फ्रेश, दिमाग की बत्ती जला दे, हाँ वही है ना, खाया करो, दिमाग की बत्ती जला दे, सेंटर फ्रेश। Okay, time's up. Fine. Udit, you were not sure, right? Why it will be? Priya, are you sure that it will be one?
Yeah.
Can you please explain to everyone? Mm, please explain. Yes, please
I think
explain.
because you write down handle.
What handle? We were talking about only this. We were talking about from line number 85 to, see here,
90.
window handles. Window handles. So you were also not sure, right? Just gup, ऐसे ही
No, no, no.
गप्पू मारे दी दो, है ना?
I'm not saying I think, but it's just only one handle that I
Okay,
know.
but why that will be one handle only? You know the answer. You give the correct answer. But why is the correct answer? Why this answer is the correct answer? You don't know that.
You know, I'm so bad to explain in Selenium.
No, it's not about selenium. This is
That's
totally
why.
logic.
Yeah, because
This is totally logical. Okay, sorry, I am interrupting you. Yep,
that's
but this is
fine.
total. This is totally logical. If you look at the code, everyone, if you look at the code, check where I have opened a new tab. At what line I have opened a new tab, and at,
90, 89.
at what line I have called get window handles. चलो इतनी तो हिंट दे दी, अभी तो कुछ बोलो।
89.
89 is ws.add handle. Okay, should I zoom it?
No, no, no. Yeah, editor.
Zomato?
Yeah.
Zomato? Okay,
So in 85, we are writing that ds.get window handle.
handles.
Handles.
Yeah.
Okay, I have asked question where we are opening a new tab. At which line we are opening a new tab. See, this is not this is not about like Selenium. This is about debugging. This is about debugging your program, right? Going through your program. What's written in your program, you should know. At what line you should know. So this is kind of the debugging skills I am telling you. See, ultimately you'll be able to create a program, you'll be able to write down the scripts. But the most important thing is that if you are able to fix the script or not, that is more important, right? If you are getting any error and if you're not able to fix that error, right, then you are not good at what you do. And that is in writing the automation script. Okay, I'm not saying that at the very first day you will be able to do that, but gradually you'll be able to do that. So when you'll be able to do that, when you know your code, right? When you
When we
know
actually write the code.
Yeah, and where you actually write the code, right? When you know the code and where you have actually written your code. That is the thing. No, that is this is obviously this is funny as well, but yeah, this is very serious too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's true. It's funny, but it's true. You should know. You should know. Okay. Chalo. Baby step लेते हैं. Baby steps for everyone.
It's my
Okay.
baby step.
Baby steps. Yes. Obviously, you all are babies, right? For this
No,
automation
we are
thing,
not.
or no, for this automation thing. I said now for this automation thing. You all are babies, and the program. So baby steps. First thing, line number 78. I have launched the browser. Okay. So at that time, there will be only one tab. Okay. Second thing, next this line will be executed. Here I will get the first tab name. Then this method is called. In that, what we have done, we are just opening a few URLs, right? Few
Yeah.
URLs. We are just doing this thing. We are not opening any new tab or anything. Next thing, we are calling this function get window handles. So at that time, जब ये function call हुआ उस time पे कितनी tabs open है?
Only one.
तो it will return only one only.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. And here what we are trying to do?
Trying to open another tab.
Handle that one window.
No. Okay. Here we'll get
Second
the,
tab is when we are trying to open another tab, right?
sorry?
This string
No.
second
Let's, okay. Oh, wait. Let me complete. At that, when we call this, there at that time, there's only a single tab. Okay. So what will be stored in the set or in the array list when we, there will be a array of only
One.
one, something like this. Okay. So in to get the items of an array, we use index, correct?
Yes.
Okay. For the first item, we use 0. For the second item, we use 1.
One.
Now, in this array list or in this array, there is this array only one tab is stored. Name of only one tab is stored, and here we are trying to get the
Second one.
second item.
Second one.
Second item. So, but obviously, it will raise an
Error.
error.
Exception.
Exception. Index out of bound exception. Okay. So this is the debugging. Okay. Okay. How can I solve this? प्रॉब्लम तो पता चल गया क्या है. बोलते हैं ना हम डेवलपर्स को, चलो हमने बग डाल दिया, अभी फिक्स करो. फिर उनको भी फिक्स करने में प्रॉब्लम तो आती है बहुत. तुमको भी आएगी स्क्रिप्ट्स फिक्स करने में. हाउ यू विल फिक्स दिस? चलो.
So we'll call new tab before this.
Which one?
Open new tab.
Line number 91, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's it. Khatam. The order of your programming instructions or statements are important.
Yes.
So whenever you get any error or exception, you check this. कि मैंने सब कुछ सही प्रॉपर लाइन में लिखा है ना, जो भी स्टेप्स फॉलो होने चाहिए वो स्टेप्स फॉलो हुए हैं कि नहीं हुए हैं. That you check. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. So ultimately what it will be like, मैन्युअली जो हम स्टेप्स करते हैं वही स्टेप्स हमें परफॉर्म करने हैं. इसके अलावा ज्यादा और कुछ स्टेप्स परफॉर्म. व्हेन यू लिंक ऑटोमेशन विथ मैनुअल स्टेप्स, इट विल बी मच इजियर फॉर यू टू राइट अ प्रोग्राम. ओके फाइन. पहले ये स्टेप करना है तो ये स्टेप परफॉर्म करने के लिए मुझे कौन सा कमांड कॉल करना है. You remember that, you call that command. फिर next step के लिए क्या करना है? You do that at the beginner level. You follow this process, right? Then once you have good experience on that one, फिर आप ये वो ऑटोमेटिक सब सेट हो जाएगा. ठीक है? Now everything is working as of now. Now the last thing about closing, sorry, before the last thing, if we want to open a new window instead of a tab, we can do that as well. Okay, just write it down, window instead of tab. Okay, fine. Hello.
Yes.
So it has opened a new tab. Okay, fine. Yes, again it switched to new window. Done. Clear. This is available with Selenium 4 only. If you are using Selenium 3, you will not have this. Huh? You will not
Okay.
have this. So Selenium 4 ही use करना, Selenium 3 use मत करना. For Selenium 3, what you can do is that let me check if I have already available in my this one or not. I'm not sure. Nope, it's not available. Sorry. Okay. For that, what you need to do is that you need to execute a JavaScript, right? I'll okay. About the JavaScript executor, we have that covered in the syllabus. So at that time, tell me, I open new tab using JavaScript baki here, right? So that will cover. No, let's do it now. छोड़ो ना, अभी इतना बाद में क्यों बाकी रखेंगे? JavaScript executor. So there is one thing, JavaScript executor. JS is equal to. Sorry, I don't remember the syntax. अभी इसको हम बाद में ही लेंगे. Sorry. Okay. Now here, if you have observed that google.com, twitter.com and youtube.com, everything, Facebook, it does take some time to load the page, right? It does take some time to load the page. Now there is something called page load strategy, and this is one of the question interviewer may ask that what is the default page load strategy, or like when the next thing or the next execution is executed after the URL is opened. See, facebook.com, it takes some time. Oh sorry, ये तो मेरा पर्सनल ओपन हो गया, ऐसा नहीं करते. Sorry, facebook.com. Okay, it takes some time to load each and everything. google.com. ठीक है, it does take some time. So the question is, will the Selenium WebDriver will wait for each element to load to perform any action or not? Will the Selenium WebDriver will
No,
wait for
we
the page to be loaded or not? Yes.
No,
it will not wait. We have
we need to
to
put the wait.
implicitly we have to put the things to wait.
Okay. What's the answer from Udit
So
And
currently we are just opening the URL, right? So for that it will wait till the page get load. We are not performing any other action. If we are
but
performing
let's
any other action, then it will check.
then it will
Not wait.
Then it will wait till our whatever element we are trying to click or perform any action that get enabled or not. But first it will take a time to load a page, right? It will wait until page get load. In certain scenario, if, element is not getting visible, then only we need to put that wait or something.
sorry, I'm doing this.
Gotta find element by name, yeah.
Search dot. Oh, sorry. मैंने इसको ही बंद कर दिया है, इसको तो नहीं कहा, इसको तो कॉल करना था. See, it is loading. Once the it loaded, then it has
Then only it will perform send keys. Right?
then it has performed send keys, right?
Correct. In the case we need to use wait, then the only scenario is element is not getting enable or visible, some kind of problem we are facing, then only we are using wait, right?
Yes. But the ultimate that is the that is something like the dependent thing, right? That's something dependent thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for
That
basic
is
thing we
something
don't need to
dependent
use,
thing.
right?
That is
Correct,
the
correct.
thing explicitly you need to use if your project demands that. But by default, it will wait for all the elements to be loaded in the page.
Correct.
Okay. By default, it will be wait for the element to be loaded in the page. Then after it will perform the action. Okay. So when I say that it will wait for the elements to be loaded in the page, it means that यहाँ पर जो भी रिक्वेस्ट है, जो भी रिक्वेस्ट जा रही है, ठीक है, यहाँ पर ये सारी for all this request response is received. So in this one, we have different type of requests, like for the CSS, for the images, right? For the JavaScripts, different things are called. When we open the google.com, call to many things like search queries, JavaScript. These are the JavaScript, CSS, some image, default images, some media, right? It is asking for all this thing in a page. Okay, so whenever we open the page, it will wait for each of these thing to be loaded inside the DOM. ये जो एरिया है ना, ये जो एरिया पूरा जहां पर आपको पूरा स्टाइल सेट ये सब दिख रहा है, this is called DOM. Okay, it will wait for each element to be loaded in the DOM by default. So if anyone asks that what is the default page strategy in Selenium, so you just say normal. Default page strategy is the normal in this one. Can we change the page strategy? Answer is yes. We can change the page strategy in the Selenium. So There are few other things that okay, about the page strategy. Not few other things. I will say that yeah. What there are a few other things like other things means different page strategies are available. So normal we have already covered. What else is left? एक तेज होगी, एक स्लो होगी, ठीक है? हेलो, सो गए सब?
Nine.
नहीं? Okay. So we have three strategy, page load strategy. One is normal. It is used by default, waits for all the resources to be downloaded. Okay. Second is eager. As soon as DOM access is ready, but the resources like images or the CSS still be loading. It will not wait for those images or the CSS to be loaded. It will start working on it. And last one is none. Last one is none, NONE, right? So it will like it doesn't block WebDriver at all. It just performs the action. It just performs the action. It will wait for the initial page to be loaded. How we can set the page? How we can set the page strategy? So for each browser, we need to handle it differently. Since we are dealing with Edge, okay, since we are dealing with Edge, nee? What is this? There is one class Edge option. So these are type of desired capabilities that you need to provide. Edge options, right? And in that Edge options dot set page load strategy. In that one, let's say eager. सब कुछ fast load करना है. And that options you have to provide in this when you launch a browser. So all this thing you need to do before launching a browser. Before launching a browser. मतलब कि ये लाइन के ऊपर browser instance is equal to new edge driver or chrome driver, जो भी लिखते हो उसके पहले, ठीक है? For chrome we have chrome options is equal to new chrome options dot set page load strategy. Load strategy, let's say we'll set it to none, and then we just provide it chrome options. Firefox के लिए भी something like this. Firefox options ff options is equal to new Firefox option. When the Selenium was launched, everyone was using Firefox because at that time there was only support for the Firefox only. But as the time as the time as the Selenium WebDriver evaluated, evolved, people are switching to Chrome, right? The major reason is that it is widely used browser all over the world. Okay, FF option. So if you don't specify anything, by default it will be normal. If you don't specify anything, it will be normal. If you want to execute your scripts faster, then provide eager or none. Okay, so I have provided for this one, I have provided eager. So let's say that if we see any difference in our script, See, it was loading, and at that time it has typed happy. If you have observed. Hello, किया था ऑब्जर्व कि नहीं किया था?
Yeah.
Yes, Nirvish, yes.
और किसने ऑब्जर्व किया? Okay, let me rerun. Let's run this. पूरा रन करते हैं. And after the page load strategy, we have only one command, browser command left, that is close and quit. It is loading. हो गया, अभी भी लोड हो रहा है. वो पेज ओपन भी प्रॉपर नहीं हुआ, स्विच हो गया youtube.com. ठीक है, youtube.com गया वापस, ये इमीडिएटली स्विच हो जा रहा है. You can see eager. So default document आ जाए, बेसिक चीजें आ जाए, उसके बाद it switches. I hope now observed everyone.
Yes.
Yes, okay, fine. So this is about the page load strategy. If you want, then you can. Now, to close the browser, there are two commands, close and quit. But which one you should use? First thing, which one you should use? मैं तुमको ना पूरा डेमो ही दे देता हूँ. मैं तुमको डेमो ही देता हूँ, and then you tell me what's the difference. ठीक है, मेरा थोड़ा गला दुख गया. गला तो नहीं दुखा, but still. कब से मैं बोल रहा हूँ, तो फिर आप लोग भी थोड़ा मुझे एक्सप्लेन कर दो. We have used close, okay, at this time. Okay, हो गई स्क्रिप्ट खत्म. Done. Now tell me the difference. Priyanka,
Yeah.
you are saying something about. So you tell me the difference. Not tell me, tell everyone what's the difference. I hope everyone have watched that one, that behavior, right? With two
Yes.
different things. So
Close
what do
means
you have? So
whatever
what do
the
you have
win.
observed? Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Priyanka.
Close means whatever the window is open, it's going to be closed, that one. And in
Okay.
quit, it means like all the window is going to be closed.
Yes, quit will close all the open windows, and close will close
Whatever is the
command
last
will
one.
not the last one, on the one which focus is there.
Current.
Current focus is there, not the last one. It will close the one on which focus is there. Okay, in the here we have switch to the second tab, let's say. But if you don't switch to second tab, okay, then it will close the first tab, first one. Okay, fine. So that is the main difference between close and quit. Which one we should use?
Close.
When we have single tab open, we can use close. When we have multiple tabs, we can use quit.
Why to use close? Every time use quit, because ultimately you will close the browser, right?
Right. But That's the basic difference in definition which I
which
read on.
yeah, that's the basic difference. See, if when you want to close all the tabs at once, use quit. Just want to close only single window, use close. But yeah, again, the main thing is it will close the one on which focus is there. Okay, that's it. All right, fine. So I hope everyone is now aware about the browser commands which we can perform on the Selenium. Everyone, yes or no?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. किसी को कुछ डाउट तो होगा ही, सबको डाउट तो होगा ही, वो तो है, पता है, डाउट तो होगा ही, बट अभी बोलेंगे कि नहीं बोलेंगे? सो वी हैव हाँ हाँ बोलो बोलो.
No, I'm getting late, so I'm switching to my work.
Yes, okay. So here we have covered this thing, right? Desired capability, it means that page load strategy. Page load strategy. Open new tab or new window, we have covered. Handle multiple windows, that all as well we have covered. About the screenshots, let's take it to the in the next session. Okay, fine. Okay, अभी मैं इसको Selenium के assignments दूं कि नहीं दूं?
नहीं.
नहीं दूं.